Okay, guys, let's start. We have our classic 5 minutes. So, welcome everyone for another monthly dev recap. Just some reminders. This call is a call from devs to developers, which means that we will here share info about our development progress, technical details, and always that is possible, we will try to demo things so you can have at first hand some idea of what is coming. This call will be shorter than usual because we have many big developments in progress. So some of them needs a little bit more coding so we can share technical details. You know, when we are developing, we're designing things. Some of the things can change during the design, during the code. We want to wait a little bit more to share information about some of these developments. But we will have some presentation of things that are interesting to know that will, I think, be interesting. Okay. And again, it's a call from developers to developers, so please, no questions about token price and when estimate the dates, because here we want to share technical information. Okay, so be welcome to put on our chat any question, any doubt that you have during the presentations, or any doubt, any question that you have you are facing during the development using Cartesi. We are very interested in know how you are using our tech, if the issues that you may be facing, also improvement ideas. We're very open to listen to our community, and this call is a good place to share that, okay? So with no further ado, let's start. I would like to invite Fabio from Convenience and Layer.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Fabio.
Welcome. Good morning. Now let me share my screen.
Wow, adjusting the tone of the voice. This guy is professional.
Okay. Well, here we have few updates on my side. We deployed Nonodo in NPM, so you can easily install the Nonodo right now. Just type Nonodo, EG Nonodo, and it will be there. We follow the Danilo Tuller advice to shrink the download size. So thank you to Bruno. Now we just download the specific binary from your OS. And also we give support to SQL file. So that way, if you restart your Nonodo, you can restore your state from where you live there. Okay? And we have right now Brunodo, it's official. We released Brunodo time ago, but it's just a lab, so we can think more about the version 2 of the node. So right now we are working on Espresso sequencer. So as Nonodo, you can install Brunodo with NPM. It's the easier way to do it. And to run Espresso is just a POC, proof of concept right now. You can select the sequencer. There's two sequences in Brunodo. One is Espresso and another one is input box. Input box comes from as a default, right? And you have these two flags to select from block and namespace and so on. There's a lot of work to do with Espresso, like check the message sender and pack the data and how to work with metadata. And it's a work in progress, all the other stuff. And we have also Cartesify, the Python version. So Diego finished this Cartesify for Python. I don't know if Diego is here on the... Yeah, he's not here. Well, you can try Cartesify for Python as the same way of Cartesify for TypeScript or JS. You can run Flask, Django, and other frameworks for HTTP. And that's it. If you guys have any questions, just don't be...
Thank you, Fabio. Nice to see. And Cynthia shared on the chat a link where everyone that is here willing to learn more about Nonodo can read. And also on last week, Michael from DevAds shared a post about Nonodo, which is a very important tool during the developer experience using Cartesi. So if you are using Cartesi or willing to use Cartesi and don't know yet Nonodo, I really recommend that you learn more about that. So you can check this link that Cynthia shared on the chat. And we also have a session in our documentation. So go to our website and please search there, okay? That's it. Let's jump to Danilo. Thanks, Fabio. Danilo, you are muted if you don't know.
Oh, hi. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Sorry about my voice. I'm a little bit sick. So I only have a very quick update about the Explorer unit. So the Explorer is the team that takes care of the Cartesi scan website. Just a quick update about it. We deployed a new instance of the Cartesi scan for the Optimism and Optimism Sepolia networks to support one of the applications that are coming to the ecosystem, which is Bugbuster. So they are available on optimism.cartesiscan.io and optimism.sepolia.cartesiscan.io. And the other feature I'd like to point out is the deposit of ERC 1155, which is the multi-token. It's already available. I have a few screenshots, and in terms of work in progress, we will also deploy to arbitrary base if there is a demand for it. And we are still working on the voucher decoding, like visual presentation of vouchers and also visual presentations of inputs. This is a simple screenshot of the 1155 deposits. And there's a preview for the token and the amount, and there's also a screen for the batch deposit where you can deposit more than one ID of a given token. So that's it for me, Coach. That's the update.
Okay, Danilo. Thank you. Just sharing that Cartesi Scan helped me and Guilherme that are working on Bugbuster to find a bug when we did the first deployment to testnet. I did a wrong input for the app, and using Cartesi Scan, Guilherme was able to find the error on my input. So it's a very useful tool. I also really recommend that people check this, not only for your dApps, but also to check the dApps that are currently being deployed, how they are active, because you can see all the inputs there. So that's it. Well, since we are talking about the apps, do you have any updates that you would like to share with the community, Carl, from Rives?
Sure. Let me share my screen, guys. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, good day to anyone. Let's get started. So this is the dev recap for the last month. So we had a lot going on. Just a tiny recap for the ones that might be seeing Rives for the first time. We're developing this really cool on-chain verifiable arcade, which is based on the Cartesi machine and brings all the goodies that you have on gaming community on a shared value environment on Web3. So we had a lot planned for last month, and well, it was tough, but we made it. So since last dev recap, we had 2 different playtests, one with Endcopter, another one with a Tetris-like game, and we had our first game jam. So this is one of the contests we had, the playtest with Tetris, and I'm just playing the winning guy. So this guy was pretty intense. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's someone that's on this call, but I might be wrong. So it's just speeding up a bit. And yeah, if you want to check these people that played Tetris and see how they played and get some new inspirations and moves, you can just go to Rives and spend some time watching them. Right, Daniel? And then a bit about the game jam. So we had our first game jam. We had like 7 different valid submissions, a lot of really cool games. We were really happy that a lot of these people never seen Rives before, and they just went through our documentation, did a little demo in there with the snake tutorial, read a bit about the API, and got to implement a simple game in like 1-2 days. So we're really, really happy about this result. So just showing a bit about the first place of the game jam. This is PEO. It's a nice space shooter. So you have this ship. You can go around shooting enemies. Once in a while, you find an upgrade. Don't worry about the gameplay. It's kind of like I have to train a bit, so it's bad. But it's a really nice game. And it's done by a new member of our community. Okay. Then for second and third places, we had a couple of different games. So we had this really nice gem combiner called Blocky, which is from the same developer that did the first place. So kudos on you, Nekebno, or however you pronounce it. And the third place was this Fruit Ninja-like game in which you have to click very fast on the correct command to slice the fruit and get some additional time. On the technical side of the Rives application itself, we have an architecture improvement. So last dev recap, I presented this architecture in which we had this validation workers to scale validation, and in which we had the single Cartesi machine with cache handling the read operations. And now we have upgraded to a new architecture, which actually has another feature to a scale reading. So we implemented based on Nonodo this special node that kind of reviews what Lambda is going to do on the main node. So we just advance the state on this special node and export it. And whenever there's a new input, it creates a new state. And then the state is served in parallel by as many instances as we want of what we call these reader nodes. And these reader nodes then can scale as much as we want to handle inspects. So listing cartridges, leaderboard, rules, tapes, all this stuff. Besides having the cache to speed it up and to handle the load, we also got these horizontally scalable nodes. Okay, and we still got the original Cartesi rollups dApp node because that's the one that handles the official validation protocol, makes claims, and all the stuff. Last but not least, we also were a part on an event at the University of Niterói, which is the Federal University of Niterói. This was a distributed computing and computer networks symposium. And Cartesi had a hackathon in there in which we supported. And we also showcased Rives to a lot of people. So let's see if they get excited and start building some games with us as well. And yeah, that's it, guys. If you're curious, well, head to our documentation, docs.rives.io, and get ready to build your first game. And please join our Discord community and be a part of the really, really friendly Rives community. That's it, guys. Hope you have a great day.
Thanks, Carlo. For the newcomers, Rives is a dApp that has been built with Cartesi and achieving very interesting results and showing the utility of Cartesi. We mentioned previously about Bugbuster, which is another dApp that is bringing bug bounty platform on top of Cartesi. We will have more news about Bugbuster on the next recap. There is also another very interesting dApp that you may already be heard about, that is DCA Monster. If not, please check DCA Monster. In fact, there is a very interesting site to know what is going on Cartesi, people building things on top of Cartesi, that is rollups.io. I think, Cynthia, could you please share in the chat for everyone? So you can, it's a repository, a website with a list of the apps built on top of Cartesi. So if you would like to know what is possible with Cartesi and check ideas for your own app, I think there is a very good place to start. Okay, questions, comments? Milton, do you want to bring something? Oh, thank you, Carmen. Carmen just shared the rollups.io website, so please visit this website and know what has been built with Cartesi until now, and you check lots of interesting ideas there. Okay. Milton.
Hello there.
Welcome.
I have one question to Fabio about preserving states in Nonodo with the SQLite option. I understand that will preserve the Anvil state. So whatever inputs were sent, right, whatever is the state of the local blockchain that you have, right, in Anvil, inside Nonodo, will be preserved. I'm unsure whether the state of the application itself is supposed to be stored there, or is that something else? What's the idea there?
Yeah, Anvil, there's a flag on Anvil to save the Anvil state. So we deal only with Nonodo state, and if you are running your own dApp, it's a good thing to do that you keep your state in a file or other place. Like when we are developing the Cartesi store, we save the wallet state on the disk, in a JSON file.
Right.
So Nonodo just keep the state of the Nonodo safe, or
which
saved.
is
Which is the inputs and the graphical stuff. And
Oh yeah, GraphQL.
and things like that. So Anvil, there's a command in the Anvil that you can load the Anvil state and save the Anvil state. It's a
that's
good idea
independent.
to prox the flag to the Anvil,
Mm-hmm.
but right now we don't have this option.
Okay.
You need to run Anvil and then run Nonodo, and it will work.
Yeah, cool.
Nice. Anyone else?
There's
would
some
like-
discussion in the chat about running Cartesi scan locally. I think somebody asked about that. Oh yeah, Fabio did ask about that.
Switch point Cartesi scan to localhost.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is. It is. So Node already includes the local instance of Cartesi scan, which some people like a lot.
that's it. Anything else? Anderson is typing. Okay, it's just sharing. I didn't get it, Anderson. What was the idea here? Okay. Any more questions, doubts, comments? So, I think that's it. As I mentioned in the beginning, this would be a short call. The next one, I'm sure we will have much more to share with you. As I mentioned, there are big developments working right now on rollups V2, the product that we are working, an upgrade for the V1. That's it, guys. Claudio, João can add the community project updates. Sure. João is always welcome. It's always enjoyable to listen to João talk.
Hey guys, how are you? So
Hi.
let me try to share my screen here real quick, because we do have some cool things to talk about that we've been building lately and we've been following. The first one that I want to highlight, and all these updates are in the channel ecosystem updates, right? So the first one is Cartesi Cache. Our project that was the champion of the last online Cartesi hackathon that we hosted on Taikai is right now running on a seed grant, and we just had a huge milestone set, and Wallon just published the instructions for testing and playing with the network can be found in the repository that is followed through the link in rolluplab.io, which Carmen already published here. The next one that I want to talk about is Tikua, which is a tooling project here. It's pretty much an NPM package which you can install and test for your front end to develop and interact with Cartesi. The way it's working right now is seamless with D-roll, okay? So you basically construct an ABI and you have a more Web3 oriented approach to interact with your Cartesi dApps. So yeah, we do have examples and a very nice README here in the NPM page and also in their GitHub. Another one that just reached a very important a very important milestone right now is the Prism. They are giving us feedbacks. They were one of the winners. I don't know if they were second or third place or pool prize winners in the hackathon. I think it was pool prize. But they also followed up with the VEDC grant. And right now in their project, they are compiling stable diffusion to Cartesi machine. So they can actually create designs for shirts and build a whole business around that. Okay, so we do have a very complete README here as well for anyone of the community who want to check these projects. They are always nice because they turn out to be great examples and templates for you to start building your own as well. Block Ticket also just released their first milestone, which is the MVP of the project. It's online, not marketplace, but an online event organization page where you can basically create your events and people can join your events and make proposals, create small DAOs there where they can discuss what will happen and vote on the proposal. Also, there are some referral systems where you can add referrals and you get discounts on events given the referrals you gave. So we are on the testing phase of this right now, and it does have a very nice design. And also, it's here on GitHub. And for the last one, this one was a project that was created in the Nigeria Masterclass and also followed up as a DevEd seed grant, which is called Peeps. Peeps is our first Cartesi social network, which has many different features, including account creation, standard social media functionality, recommendation algorithm running inside the Cartesi machine, which is the most important thing regarding the Cartesi machine in here. So the recommendation algorithm is actually verifiable. And it does have wallet functionalities for a little bit of exchanging, and also an arcade feature inside the social network, just like what other networks have been doing since the beginning of the decade, right? Also, I wanted to highlight other DevEd seed grants that are going on right now, such as the device protection system. It's an IoT project, device data protection system. It's an IoT project to send data through IoT systems with verifiability. The Cartesi Go.2 chain, so you can actually run the Go.2 game engine on Cartesi. Greedy Pig, which is a dice game. It's basically a lucky game. Nebula Duo, which Inonso is doing, is a very fun strategy game where you pick and choose your own team and set it to fight with any other team that you want, and you pick strategies such as fighting with the weakest or the strongest character first. The Diplomacy, which if everyone ever played Diplomacy, if anyone hasn't played Diplomacy yet, it's kind of like war, right? Where you pick territories and you try to conquer them. And it's mostly a strategy game as well. We do have the Dev Kit, previously known as Cartesi Kit, which is a bootstrapper for Cartesi solutions, both front and back end, working already with the Cartesi CLI. And yeah, and Crab Rolls, which is the Rust high-level framework that is being built right now. And not least, we are also developing the MemeBet, which is a betting site that some of the DevEd team members are developing. And the front end is still undergoing development, and just a little showcase of our playground as well that we're developing inside the inside the DevEd unit. It's a playground with instructions on and teach lessons on how to build on Cartesi, and you follow the instructions, and while it happens, you actually build your own app here on the side, you run to test it, and you navigate through chapters understanding different concepts of Cartesi, such as state management, output creation, and others. So for now, that's it, I guess. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, João. Yeah, that's good, Cynthia. I would like to talk about that, but you were faster. So all this project that João mentioned, you can find more information about that on the Spotlight channel on our Discord. So there is a link in our chat you can check. What I feel excited about all these projects that João shared with us is that now we have lots of the apps that we can get inspired, not only on the idea, but also on code. So if you don't know yet how to start, of course you can check the documentation, but you can also check some code if it works better for you to our learning experience. And now we have a lot of projects that you can get inspired on to read some code on how to use Cartesi. It's a nice moment, in my opinion. Any final comments, Milton?
I'm okay. Many projects to take a look at. I particularly like Cartesi Cache a lot. I think it's very interesting.
Yeah. It's another very interesting project that I think people would love to, if they dig deeper on that, because it shows perspective of integrations of other projects and how useful it can be, right? Guilherme, question to the Explorer team. Danilo, how did you manage to get ERC 1155 token images? Are you there, Danilo?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Yeah. So we try to get that information, expecting that it has pointed to a JSON following the metadata standard. If it doesn't, it just works and it doesn't show the image. But if it does, it shows the image. So it's basically that.
Okay, thanks. So I think that's it. It was a pleasure to have all of you here to share this information, and don't miss the next one. We'll have much more things to. Oh, I think Catarina is typed something. I cannot heard Claudio. Okay.
Okay, I guess now Claudio froze just because you couldn't hear him. So now we can hear him. Yeah, that's it. Well, but I think we can wrap it up here. Yeah, I guess Catarina was predicting it. Okay, guys. Thank you all for coming, and see you next time.